Hello, welcome to the stream. Let me make sure the music isn't still on. I'll check who's in the chat in just a moment. Nope, that looks like music off to me. Well then, big ups to everyone we got so far. Who have we got in the chat? We've got Glimpse. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Elvis Presley, the song there, Glimpse. Quite an old one. Big ups. I'm gonna guess Hell fans sing that. Connect, why don't you follow Host City every week? It's not fair. My apologies, but if it makes you feel better, they're probably the team I follow probably the most out of the championship because I don't really keep my eye on the championship. So there you go. By the way, I just want to say big ups for all the support on the stream I did last night for the transfer roundup. We got just over 300 views, which is pretty nice for a transfer roundup. Of course, we've had some ridiculous ones before with 1.4k, but nonetheless, I'll take 300 in a heartbeat. Let me know if my microphone's okay, by the way. I hope it is. Hi, Isaac. Welcome to the chat. Big ups. New profile picture, I see. Savinio, the goat. Well, you'll be happy to see using my predicted 11, maybe. But anyway, let's actually jump into the predicted 11. I forgot to. I meant to take Ortega out because I think Edison's going to get this game. I mean, Ortega could very well be in goal. Who knows when Pep will switch it? I personally think Ortega's going to play. Wow, has he actually? Well, that is big. Big ups to him. That's big. Big up connectors. This is Sissy. Big ups to you, lad. Welcome to the chat. Oh, big ups to Alf Vivaka. Yeah, he really does. Just checked. Ortega won't play. Yeah, I know. I've really just clocked that. Well, I mean, I clocked it before. I just forgotten to take Ortega off the graphic. I thought Edison would play this game because it makes sense with Leighton Orient around the corner as well. That's when Ortega's probably going to get his next game. So yeah, I've really just kind of clocked that, to be honest. But yeah, for me, I do think Edison's going to be in net. But look, Ortega could very well be in goal. Maybe, look, no guarantee, but it's probably going to be Edison, and it's what I would have gone for. How are you? Seeing the Cambiasso news? Don't want to know about it unless it's good news. But no, hit me with it anyway, good or bad. Feel free. Right back. I'm going Mateus Nunes. Look, he started right back last 3 times, and for me, as a midfielder, filling in at the right back role, I don't think he's doing a bad job, to be honest. I think it's a very difficult job, and I think against Chelsea is really good, got an assist, and I'm more than ready for him to start at right back this game. No one else can at the moment. It's one of the latest City Extra tweets. All right, I will go check that out right now. Hopefully this is good. But Mateus Nunes, look, he's by no means the greatest right back ever, not by a long shot. Wow, that. How much do we trust him? This deal, well, I will say, if it is happening, okay, which personally, I've been very much on the boat that we won't get Cambiasso in January. If this deal is happening right now, it's very much on the hush. Like, you've had no big outlet, so not many really speaking about it. Fabrizio mentioned it at the beginning. I know Matteo Moreto's had a couple of things to say on it, but not many people have really spoken about it. I think Ornstein even came out and said that it's unlikely to happen in January. Unlikely doesn't mean definitely, to be fair. So, I mean, look, Cambiasso could very well be on his way to City, but it looks a bit potentially. Ankle injury, Lamau. Yeah, I suppose we'll see. Thoughts on Oscar Bob? Trust me, you've no idea. I've wanted him back. I was going to have him my predicted 11 for Chelsea at the start of 11. I remember us saying at the United game that he should start on the weekend, and stuff like that. And the leg, it's got to be one of the most unlucky injuries I've ever seen, and he's come back and, he's going to ease back into it. I think he's going to probably get his first start against Leyton Orient if he's going to be available here. It gives him a lot of time to get some training. Hopefully, we ease past Bruges. I don't think we will. I think that's a difficult game. But maybe if we ease past Bruges, we're 4-0 up with 20 minutes, 25 minutes to go. Maybe Bob could get some minutes then. I doubt Bob will be asked to come on if it's like a tight 1-0 scoreline and Bruges are on the push. Trying to get. I doubt he'll be put onto an intense situation. First time really testing his leg on the field. Yeah, I think that's bang on, to be honest. KDB versus Huddersfield. I think he'll be put on when the game's basically gone and he can just get some minutes into him. Greaves versus Huddersfield was clear, says Glimpse. What, did he have a good game against Huddersfield recently, or when he played for you guys or something? But look, onto our centre-back pairing. I don't think there's anyone else, to be honest, we can really fill our defence with. Diaz is out. Ake is out. Obviously, Hayes and Kusanov can't play this match. So, we are left without those two. But so we're kind of just left with this, aren't we? So I think it's going to be these two. I'd be surprised if the only other thing I could maybe see is Rico gets slotted at left back and you might see Vardio step into centre back. Maybe. Or you might just see Rico go to left back. Don't think it should. You seen the Arsenal meltdown again. What, are they melting down again? I saw their red card and I knew that. I personally thought that was a bit harsh. No, what are they melting down about now? Because of lack of signings or something? Haaland goals with Huddersfield 0. The lack of goals with Huddersfield 1. I know my striker. How many goals has he got against I was about to say Real Madrid, but I'd get cooked. How many goals has he got against Bayern Munich? Oh, you lost me there for a second, I think. They're all melting down over a red card. Arsenal fan Mika Richards believes the worst decision in history, and it's a conspiracy against Arsenal. Look, a conspiracy against Arsenal. I think he's pushing it there. I don't think that's a red. I think that is a harsh red. I'll sit here and say that. I think it's a harsh red. I think it's a stern yellow. I think it's a complete yellow card. This I found hilarious. This I found completely hilarious. The blue background. What color do you want it to be? Do you want it to be red so it's personalized towards you? Like, come on, man. That is actually a joke. Left back, Josko Vardio. Anyone else? I feel bad for Vardio to an extent because how much minutes has this guy played this season? So many. He's probably got one of the highest minutes in the squad. It's not like Nathan Ake's been playing. He's too injured. And even when Ake's been available, Diaz is normally out, so Ake tends to go in at centre-back. It leaves Vardio with no chance with any sign of a break coming. So he's kind of got no chance to even get a break, Josko. So I feel bad that he's got to keep going, but maybe he's going to have to be that kind of player that pulls through for us. And I highly respect that he's still doing it basically doing 90 minutes almost every match. So damn talented. Keep an eye on that Josko Omar link up. I've been I'm just gonna say it. I've been watching so much highlights of the Chelsea game, watching Marmoush, watching the runs he was making, the spaces he was leaving open for other runs to be made by someone like Josko. Because when you think of the runs that Josko was making, bear in mind Josko probably had enough chances to get a hat trick, if you remember. Okay, had that one in the box which he blazed over, had that one where he ran in 1-on-1 where he tapped it wide, and then he had the one that he scored. Josko has got enough chances to get a hat trick there. The only other time he got anywhere near the volume of chances to get a hat trick was probably against Fulham last season, where he could have very well had a penalty. He could have very well had a penalty against Fulham. You know, people were talking to him, but he said no to the pen, which I respect him for because we have penalty takers. I caught a glimpse of the Walker comments, but I was scared he would say anything. Connect-wise, Walker acting like he's left Man City, saying he's keen. Keep saying it's a new chapter, and he's so glad AC Milan and that. I caught a glimpse. I know that he's spoken a lot. Like, I have no idea how long that interview was. Yeah, I thought this was something. When a big club comes calling, you can never say no. Look, don't get me wrong, AC Milan, they're a big club, but it almost feels like you're saying we aren't. You know? I didn't get enough game time. Lad, we played this guy after stinker after stinker. That's all I'm saying. You know? We played this guy stinker after stinker of performances. I remember pointing out each game he started, goals that he created for other teams. I remember pointing out Watford he was to blame for goals. Arsenal he was to blame for both goals. You know, the list went on. I'd actually love to do a count up of goals that he's cost City this season. You know, just for fun, just to see. Now then, into the pivot. Now look, Bernardo was my man of the match against Chelsea, but whilst a part of me wanted him to take Gundo's spot in this predicted 11, a part of me just thought Gundo would play this game. I don't know why. Just a pure, I know I use gut feeling a lot, but it was genuinely the most pure gut feeling I feel I've ever had seeing this. So, look, I don't know why. I just think Josko's going to play here. A rested Bernardo will be needed. I mean, yeah, we could really use that energy. You know, if Bernardo can have that energy he had against Chelsea and the volume of performance, please, you know, and if that's what will happen if we rest him, then honestly, just rest him. But Gundo, Kova, that they've proven that they can do it. They can do it depending on the team they play. I don't know if Club Brugge is one of those teams, but we ain't going to know if we don't try. So, for me, Gundo, Kova, I'm leaving it for you guys because I'd much rather probably say Bernardo for Arsenal. You know, full energy. Right wing, Foden. Hey, if you can get a goal, you know, that would keep going from the nice record you've got at the moment. Just going to have a look at Phil Foden's stats so far this season because they have been a little bit more on the up as of late, which is good for him. So let's have a look. This season, he's on 10 goals, 4 assists. So he's on 14 goal contributions. It's probably more than all our wingers, to be honest. So, you know, he's definitely been on the up as of late, Phil. Looking at his stats here, most of them come in the last few games, and that's because I feel like he's coming into good form, as do most City fans. So, look, I'm excited to see if he can keep playing like that, gets another goal tomorrow, maybe a good move for Arsenal, maybe make something happen there. By the way, will you be monetized soon? I remember I asked you a year ago, you said you were over 1k hours. We're on about 1.5k now, because it's based off the last year. So, I mean, sadly, it doesn't take every single hour of the whole channel into account, because then I'd probably be a lot closer. But no, we're currently on 1,600.5 hours. So pretty high, it's the highest it's ever been. So keep going on that rate. Hopefully, we'll be there. It's the one thing I need now. It's the one thing I need. But I've smashed it on the subscriber count, which is all thanks to you guys. So yeah, just need the watch hours, quite literally. Kulusevski for as a replacement for Bernardo when Bernardo gets too old and decides to move on. Kulusevski is pretty good. I did rate him at Tottenham, and I don't think that's an impossible move. Like, imagine Kulusevski this season, Tottenham, they finish about mid-table. And look, I think Tottenham players, if teams came knocking, Champions League teams, I think Tottenham players might ask for a way out. Maybe some of the ones that have been there a bit longer. Because, Solanke wouldn't leave. Yeah, numbers have been much better, much more higher as of late, past couple months. So big ups to everyone that's contributed towards that. Welcome to the chat, HCFC Vlogs. Got a lot of people in chat now. Big ups. Make sure to hit the likes if you haven't already. We've got 2 likes so far, but we've got 6 people, 3 likes now. So that means about 3 of you haven't hit it. So please do consider it. I take Kulusevski as a rotational. I've watched him plenty this season. He's been awful a lot. True, but I think Tottenham have on a whole, to be fair. So I think we sign him as someone that is considered no more than a rotational, and then see how it goes for me. Now, I'll quickly search him up. Yeah, because how old is he now? Look, he's 24, probably 25 this year in August, yeah. He's got good versatility, which is nice. We always like that. He's got 9 goals and 8 assists this season, which is more than the majority of our wingers and probably players, to be honest. So he's not been too bad. I do think Tottenham would be a bit reluctant to just let him go. But it's hard for him to play well when he's on such a terrible team, though. Can be asked to bid in the next couple hours, says ITK man. Man, I hope you're right, man. I hope you're right. Yeah, Isaac, he's a great player and has been awful at it. If he was our level, he'd stand out in that team, in my opinion. Daniel Levy is a difficult man to negotiate with, shall we say. I do think it's difficult to judge, because probably Heung-min Son, who is one of probably not top 5 wingers in Premier League history, but he's up there in some of the best talent to at least play for Tottenham. He's a very talented left winger, no doubt about it. And so the whole of Tottenham doesn't look great at the moment. I think we need to look at Tottenham when they're having a good season, maybe. But I do think there's a player in Kulusevski. I think he would add something to our squad. But if we did sign him, treat him as nothing more as rotational to begin. And then if he can be more, then let him be more, would be my whole thing. I'm not against Kulusevski if we were to make that move, though. And I do think if Tottenham don't get any European football next season, I do think players could be potentially moved on. But yeah, I get both points, to be fair. 100 million for Brennan Johnson. Bruh. Oh, that is rough, Glimpse. That is rough. At the cam, Kevin De Bruyne. Look, for me, when he came on against Chelsea, I think that might be not the optimal way maybe to use De Bruyne. I still think he has a starting place in this team, even when Marmoush is maybe in it. But I think Kevin De Bruyne, when he came on against Chelsea, looked really alive, and that's because he was allowed to go full blast for the past couple months. No, for the last bit of time, if you can go full blast for the last 30 minutes, connect 6 of your last 7 streams have gone over 100 views. I mean, that is quite big for the channel because, look, if you go back to May, April, certain parts like that, the streams were struggling a lot. So some of them, believe it or not, at 20 would be a kind of a bit of a high for me a good few months ago. I mean a good few months ago, by the way, March. Not March. March was actually quite good. April, May, June. June, July is when it started picking up. The Euros was a bit of a high point for me. I just want to go straight at Bruges from minute 1 tomorrow. Look, we gotta make sure Bruges don't feel comfortable tomorrow, because Bruges, they're gonna try to bring the game to us. That's what I feel. Bruges are a good team. They're unbeaten in 20 or 19, something like that. So they're not gonna go down sitting down. This game is just as important for them as it is for us. We've got to take them serious. Fans have got to make a good atmosphere. Players have got to be full of energy. Scare Bruges. And get a nice, quick, energetic start. Get a goal in the first 10. Get 2 goals in the next 30. And I think you're looking really good. I have to use a laptop in school now because I can't even read my own handwriting. Sorry, HCFC vlogs. My handwriting's not all that either. It's not too bad though. Too many times in this run, I've said we've turned the corner. This game and Arsenal will decide for me if we have. I beg Chelsea wasn't just another high blip and we're back to rubbish. Yeah, we've got to look. One day soon, we've got to use one of these games. We should have used the Forest game to kick on. We should have used Leicester, West Ham, and other teams to give that boost. We should have used all those to give us a boost against Brentford and PSG. Look, it almost worked on Brentford, but we lost to PSG in brilliant fashion. But then we went and beat Chelsea 3-1. We have to use this 3-1 to take the game to Bruges, make Bruges know that we ain't taking them and we ain't even considering them. We need to get the ball in the back of the net. Still be smart about it. Still play our way, but make Bruges know that we mean business, basically. Left wing, Savinho. Look, I still think left wing is probably his best area. Don't think he started. No, he didn't start against Chelsea, so I'm more than happy for him to start here, though. Crosses into the box. He had that really good couple of moments. Okay, no, that was sarcasm. Come on, that was in brilliant fashion. Come on, man. Start Savinho tomorrow, but for this start Marmoush over him against Arsenal. Marmoush, for me, he's clearly offering more than just good runs, more than your usual player. Marmoush looks so good, and that's why we spent 75 million on him. We don't City don't like to spend tons of money on players. It's why we only do it maybe once a season. We don't tend to do like what Chelsea did and spend 100 million on Enzo Fernandez, 100 million on Caicedo, 100 million on Mikhailo Mudryk. We don't tend to be like that in short periods of time. Maybe once a season. Look at Josko, 90 million, Marmoush, 75 million. Jack Grealish in 2021, 100 million. Declan Rice, I believe we did put a higher offer in, but we got outdone. But look, for me, I think Marmish looks a real good player. And my character can't even spell Wolves right. Oh, I mean, you just swap the L and the V. You've got it. Up top, Erling Braut Haaland. Look, if we're doing long ball again, we've got a real opportunity. I don't know if Club Brugge are going to take us man to man like Chelsea did. Probably not. I don't think they would do that. But if they do, look, they're asking for it. They are asking for the long ball. And if they are doing man to man, and I don't see us running the long ball, then what was Chelsea for? Why did we decide it's the right time to do it against Chelsea? Not just Bruges. Any team we face, Why only then? Yeah, if they're doing man to man, we best see the long ball. If Club Brugge take the game to us, please, long ball. Look, for me, they've got to take the game to us. I think they've got to offer a bit of fire, Club Brugge, because this is their spot in the league under threat too. This is huge for them. They didn't beat Juventus. If they beat Juventus, they probably would have done the business. But they didn't beat Juventus. They've got to do something here. Look, they would have looked at City's last couple months, and they might think that we're to be gotten at. We have to show them that they're wrong. Arsenal surely come man to man to long ball. I mean, maybe, but I don't know how Arsenal are going to approach because, one game they'll be silly and I'm thinking, so I've just seen Chelsea highlights against us. Just felt bad because Sanov again. One game they'll play attacking football. When they play us, they'll do maybe back 8 and leave 2 people up top. I'm just staying away from the cursed bucket hat. I will PSG, Juventus, and Sporting. Yeah, I would. That one is probably for. Yeah, I just wouldn't even. I just forget about that hat, to be honest, for the rest of the season. That's how long curses last for me when it comes to almost I don't know, certain things like wearing something for good luck. If they last the season and then next season it's clean slate, I would just leave it be. Arsenal probably won't do man to man. He's traumatized after the 4-1. Oh, welcome to the chat. I'm going to guess you're a United fan. I'd be surprised if you're not. But yeah, that concludes the predicted 11. Now then for score prediction. Look. I don't. It's so hard to predict because I don't know what to. I don't know what to trust with City anymore. I don't know if I can trust City, in a huge game like this. They did the business against Chelsea. Will they do it in the next? 4-0 City, says Adam. I low-key don't trust any of those Twitter profiles unless Fabrizio says something new about the Cambiasso situation. Hopefully, maybe it's like a bit of a build-up. It's like slowly building up and leading to something. I'm going to say 4-1. It's confident. You'll beat Bruges. Wow, big ups and thinking we'll get the win. Yeah, but look, it's going to be a difficult one, I feel. I don't know how long it'll take us to get a goal. For me, it could take anywhere from minute 10 to minute 80. I genuinely don't know. If we lose, I think I'll be broken. I don't even know how I'll react. 45, 44. Oh, good prediction. I would see how that goes. I would be I might go for that for Arsenal. That's a decent prediction. But look, it's a difficult one either way, and I'm excited to do the watch along on it. Hopefully, it's going to be good. Has Pep chosen it between Edison or Ortega yet? For me, it just seems to be who has a bad game. I think Edison's going to start this game. It's an error on the graphic. Gundogan 32nd volley. Yeah, Edison will definitely start tomorrow. But anyway, I think I'm going to end the stream here. Look, big ups to everyone who's tuned in. I don't think we've had you I'm just going to call you Ziad. Please let me know if I said that wrong. I'm not too sure how to pronounce it, but I'm just going to call you Ziad. Big ups for tuning in. I don't think I've seen you here before, so I do appreciate it. We got a big game tomorrow, so we're going to see. I want the fans to be up for it. I'm certainly going to be up for it. Okay, I wish I could blink and cheer with the fans. But yeah, welcome to the chat, Ziad. Big ups to you. Despite being a United fan, no one's perfect, I suppose. And hey, you're more than welcome on the channel. It's all friendly, yeah? Well, we try to keep it that way. So, look, thank you for tuning in. Back tomorrow, back the next day. I'm here every day. You're not losing me. And look, deadline day, I'm going to be live potentially about 2 to 3 times, covering deadline day stream news, all sorts of news popping off. I'm sure Fabrizio will be spreading out tweets like a minigun. Big ups to you all, Blues. I'll see you all in the next one.